Hey everyone, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. Welcome to Isabella Bank's YouTube channel. I'm Wizzy, and it is so fabulous to be here with you this evening. Are you coming from watching the spare review? This week's spare review? Did you like it? What was your favorite part of the review? Let me know in the comment section. Can you? Since we did that, since we spoke the last time, so it looks like fuss, aren't they? They are making a fuss about the fact that they have been trying to get they were trying to get information about Meghan from Tyler Perry, and he was not giving them anything at all, which is to be expected. I mean, it's Tyler Perry. We're talking about Harry and Meghan's main person. Tyler Perry did an interview with the Times to promote his new Netflix film, 6888. And as you would expect, the conversation turned to Harry and Meghan. And Tyler Perry was not having it. He was not having it. And as someone I was talking to said, now we know why there's no promotion for the Polo Netflix series. Because these media people just descend on any person who has anything to do are desperate. They are desperate because we are close to January. So they are doing anything and everything. Anything and everything. Let me just have a look at this. What did Lorna say? Lorna says, I heard that the captain of Tower of London became a lord. Yes, absolutely correct. He is in the House of Lords now, as a matter of fact, which made me laugh actually when I was doing it. And that Danet guy who I was referring to in the video, he was one of the early officers who helped Prince Harry go on tour one of the times. I don't remember whether it was the first time or the second time, but they rewarded him for all the work that he has been doing. I'm sure it wasn't only just about Harry as well, but they rewarded him by putting him in charge of the Tower of London and a title as well, and made him a member of the House of Lords, which means that the members of the House of Lords, it's a position that they hold until they die, which means that they have income coming in from there until whenever they pass away. And depending on the kind of seat he got, he might be something he might be able to pass on to the next generation. That depends also on whether the Labour Party are able to change the rules now. But yeah, absolutely correct, Lorna. Anyway, this is something, having the British media targeting anybody that has anything to do with the Sussexes must be something that is super annoying, which is why a lot of their friends have, at least in public, withdrawn their association. Should we say only those who are big enough and strong enough to withstand the pressure remain like publicly associated with them, But it's great that they have Tyler, who is strong enough and big enough in the industry to do what needs to be done. Um, let's have a look at the conversation that he was having with the Time magazine, the excerpt of the interview. So it just starts from a section here. He says, asked about how he helped prepare the Duke and Duchess for their move to America, Perry shot back at the interviewer, I didn't. The Times noted that any conversational intimacy evaporated as Perry bristled at the questions about Markle. Megan is from California. She knows California well, so there was nothing to prepare them for. But I will say this, what I learned about mentioning them, because there's this insatiable appetite to know all about them, is that any question that is asked become the headline of anything I say, the film moguls say. When asked why the appetite for news about the couple is so insatiable, Perry says he doesn't pay attention to the media. You're from the UK, he fired back in the tense clash. So Tyler Perry was not having it at all. At all, at all, at all. Does Polo need that much marketing? I think they do. I think they do. And for the people who, I mean, it's great that we like to think that Harry and Meghan are in, but the fact is that the rest of us, they have things and people who are resistant to them. And this is one of the areas I would think that their conflict with the royal family messes with their business. I'm sure that they're handling it in some way, which is why the tours that they were doing were quite important, because it means that they gain exposure in other countries apart from the UK and America, where the royal family have influence. But if they can extend it to I pray that the next place they go to should be somewhere like Asia, where they have a high population and high GDP as well. That means that the average man in Asia is able to afford things like a Netflix subscription, and so that they can continue. And with Megan's entrepreneurial side of things, which is going to be coming into play 2025, because you have to market to people, isn't it? So can you market to people when people are running away? You can't. So they have to find a way to do it. Anyway, so I'm sure they've got it in hand anyway. They're aware of the obvious. They're aware of the obvious. So they would be dealing with that. A little bit of bad news. So Jay-Z has just had a lawsuit being filed against him. He has been accused of R-wording a 13-year-old girl with Diddy in 2000. This is according to a civil lawsuit. And Jaguar Wright has been saying for the longest time that a lawsuit was going to be coming. There's another girl, I forgot her name, she's always on TikTok talking, and that Jay-Z is actually even worse than Diddy, is what they have been saying. How this works out, how true it is, nobody really knows. But it is amazing about their meteoric rise to the top of hip hop, the top of the black music side of things, was incredible. I think it's not just the black music side of things. I think that their rise to the top of the music society in Hollywood was incredible, and such success can only be gained using some kind of means. What kind of means exactly, I have no idea. But I'm not to that. I am only saying, it was amazing. I'm not trying to say whether it is true or not. I'm just saying that this news has come up, and the only reason why I mention it at all is because, of course, the Sussexes are friends with Beyonce and by association Jay Z. Now, you know that the British media are going to want to jump on this. They tried it already the first time. That was the whole point of Piers Morgan bringing Jaguar right onto his program to talk about the allegations against Jay Z and Beyonce, right? So, you know, of course, that they're going to want to drag the Sussexes into this the same way people they're going to want to do an additional smear campaign is all I can say. I don't even but Jay-Z himself has already responded to this by issuing a very fiery statement on social media. He says that my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer called Tony Busby. What he calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. Read that again. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So, no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirits. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me, that if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Guys, it is serious. It is serious out here in the streets. I hope Harry and Meghan, anyway, what am I saying? I hope. I know that they would have taken steps already to protect themselves, and hope that I hope that they have put out the um, correct level of protection around themselves to make sure that they can deal with this. I'm sure they have been working behind the scenes because seems like people are guilty even if you just stand beside someone. But it just seems like everybody who stood beside Diddy in one way or the other is going down. TD Jakes is having a moment. um, Jay-Z has now entered the chat. Who next? Who is going to be next? Yeah, who is going to be next? Lorna says, not touching this with the 10-foot pole. I remember when Justin Bieber was accused with a woman he had never met. Let the court deal with it. Yep, I agree. I agree. But my primary concern are my cousins, Harry and Meghan. So they need to do what is ever is necessary to protect themselves. It's just unfortunate, It's just really unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. Anyway, before we go further, if this is your first time on this channel, please go ahead to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button and leave a comment or two in the comment section. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about Tyler Perry? What are your thoughts about these new allegations against Jay-Z? Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have visited before and you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? We are on a mission over here, as you know, and we are trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We are 55 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. Isn't it exciting? So, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe. And for everybody listening to me, can you kindly do me a favor? Can you please check to see that you're actually subscribed? I have had a few people. Yeah. I have had a few people say to me that, sorry, I'm just trying to end this call coming in. I have had a few people saying to me that they have been listening to me for the longest time, but didn't realize that they were not subscribed. So as we speak right now, since you know that we are on a mission, can you just do me a favor? Check to see that you are actually subscribed to my channel. Okay? Just check it. Let's achieve that before the end of the year. Let me just send this text message. Okay. Right. So, what are we here for today? It is basically the quiz, as I have promised after each episode, to keep the fun going and get everyone into championship mode. We are going to be doing the quiz tutorial. So I hope you are ready with your two devices. It's either two phones or a phone and a laptop or a tablet, whichever you have got, because we are using AHA Slides, which is a fun interactive tool which helps us to track the quiz winners during the quiz. And it just helps us in a way that when we come to it, we can use it to better monitor the figures and the winners in the quiz championship. This way, when we need to build out the teams, we can see who the winners are. All right. So if you are ready to join the quiz, here's how we will do it. Just give me a moment as I switch out to the quiz itself. Let me drag that in here. Lorna says, R. Kelly said he wasn't the only one. But it stands to reason. And, I have been listening to all the other videos when the Diddy thing first hit the news. I am like, we are looking at something, but we don't even know what it is exactly we are looking at. Can people just call it by its name so that we know exactly what we're talking about? Is it a secret society? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? I don't understand. I don't understand at all. I think that's the thing. More than the individuals being involved, you because you can pick one or two people as retribution, use it as punishment as the people if they don't follow like if they don't follow directions or if they're getting ahead of themselves. But what about the organization which is spawning these people? What is it that we're actually looking at? Because it looks like there is an organized way of grooming these people to be as horrible as they are. Can somebody call this thing what it is? Call it what it is, please. I am sick to death of guessing. Call it what it is. All right, so I am just going to share the screen with you. Are you guys ready? All right. So, great. So, we have it ready. For those of you who have done this before, you know the drill. But for those who haven't, what all you need to do is to take your phone, uh, open the camera, point the camera at the QR code on the screen. When you do that, 4 yellow corners will come up and a link to a website. Click on the link. It will take you to the quiz in a few seconds. All right. When you get there, it will ask you for your name. Right? Then you click join the game. So I have just done that. Now I am following it as I am talking to you now. And is anybody going to join? Is anybody going to join? Seems to be okay. All right, so you can follow along into the quiz, or after we have finished the live stream, you can also follow along and do it at your own pace. So it's just a general way of testing your knowledge, just sharing some laughs and getting prepped for the big championship. Connie says, how do you join if you are watching from your phone? Do you have another device? Or is it just the one? I think you need two. I think you need two devices to be able to do it. You need your phone to do the game on, and then you need another device to continue listening through. So it depends on what you want to do. Or you can decide to just follow through with the game itself and ignore. Lorna says, I'm in the quiz, but it's not showing up. I am experiencing the same thing myself. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the quiz myself, but my name is not showing up. I don't know what's going on. All right. Should we begin? I think we should begin so that I don't keep you for much longer. Do you know it's already 24 minutes? Oh my goodness. I chat too much sometimes. All right, let's begin. All right, so question. Okay. It's not supposed to do that. Don't know what's going on. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's where we are. Right. So, question number 1. What aspect of Prince Harry's life does this video explore in depth? A. His childhood adventures. B. His military missions. C. His fashion sense. D. His favorite foods. Fantastic. And then, okay, let's move on to the next question. We both got it right. And question number 2. What is one theme of the sibling rivalry discussed in the video? A. Disagreements over Meghan Markle. B. A clash about the Invictus Games. C. A fight over royal titles. D. Disputes about royal weddings. Okay. All right. You got it right. I didn't. Question number 3. What surprising detail is mentioned about Prince Harry's living quarters at Nottingham Cottage? A. They had no windows. B. They were so small Harry had to duck. C. They were located underground. D. They were shared with royal guards. And the answer to the question is, let's see. All right. And the answer to the question is they were so small they had to duck. Learner is rocking the longest streak. And Constance has joined us, and you also got the answer right. Fantastic. Question number 4 of 5. How many rooms are said to be in William and Kate's palace suite? A, 10, B, 15, C, 20, D, 25. And the correct answer is 20. Fantastic. We all got it right this time, did we? Lorna, I did. Constance, what happened? Did you get it wrong or you didn't know the answer? Constance is like, what? And the very last question is, what inspired Prince Harry to start the Invictus Games? A, his visit to the Warrior Games in the United States. B, his experience serving in Afghanistan. C, a suggestion from the royal family. D, a documentary about disabled athletes. And the 3 of us got it right. A, his visit to the Warrior Games in the United States. That is fantastic. All right, let's see. Lorna, you are the winner of this round. Let us give you your applause and your flowers and your drum. No. You know, when I learn some effects, I'm not going to let it go. But okay, I'm just going to stop messing with that now. All right. Thank you, everyone, for participating. That was another fun one. I figured out what to do now to get more people involved. So I expect it to be a lot busier next week. And so, if you want to have space next weekend, I would encourage you to join because there are only 50 spaces. Okay? There are only 50 spaces. I have figured out what I need to do in order to get everybody to join, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot busier. So, next weekend, if you want to be part of the fun and not just watching it, please participate. And so that you can join because there are only 50 spaces. Connie says, watch out next time. Okay, guys. Let's watch what's developing because the situation with Jay-Z is something that affects all of us. Well, not personally, but affects the Sussexes in some way. You just know that that's going to be um, the headline today, because it's already early hours of Monday morning where I'm at. So you just know that it's going to be the headlines in the UK today. So we are going to be monitoring this very closely. It's finally landed at our doorstep. So let's see what happens. Thank you all for being here. I hope you saw that the game is not scary. It's just very simple. It's just for the fun of it. Um, until next time, unless something is urgent, until next time, see you guys on Tuesday. All right, take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye now. Bye.